Did you know that effective communication can actually change the course of your relationships? I'm about to share a secret that will transform how you engage in difficult conversations. It's about understanding the unspoken needs, the underlying emotions, and, crucially, how to respond. It's about getting to the heart of what's really going on. And here's a simple shift. When facing a difficult conversation, try to listen more than you speak. That's your very first transformation. See, most advice out there, it's surface level. It's all about winning the argument. But that's like trying to build a house on sand. It won't stand the test of time. Ignoring the underlying issues in your relationships can lead to, well, disaster. Misunderstandings fester, resentment builds. The walls go up, and before you know it, you're standing alone, wondering how things got so cold. Now, let's talk about a game plan. It boils down to understanding three core elements: intent, impact, and response. Think of it as a triangle. First, there's intent, what you meant to say or do. Then, there's impact, how it was received. And finally, there's response, how you react to the impact. Here's how it works. Let's say, your partner, Liam, says something seemingly critical. Your intention might be neutral. The impact, though, is hurtful. Your initial response could be defensive. But by recognizing this pattern, you can pause, and instead of reacting, you can explore. You can ask, Liam, I felt hurt when you said that. What did you mean? Here's a technique that will change things. Before you respond, take a breath. Just breathe. This simple pause gives you space to choose your reaction, rather than being ruled by your emotions. It gives you space to respond intentionally. And by giving yourself that space, you avoid saying things you might later regret. You're probably thinking, this all sounds a bit soft. Like somehow, being understanding and listening is a weakness. Well, think about this. What if the strongest thing you could do in any situation isn't shouting or fighting but genuinely understanding the other person's perspective? I remember my client, Janice. For years, she and her husband, Harold, argued constantly about finances. It was always the same story: accusations, defenses, and slammed doors. They were stuck in a cycle of hurt and resentment. Then, Janice started using these tools. She began by listening. Instead of responding with anger, she asked questions. She learned about Harold's anxieties and his hidden hopes. It wasn't an overnight fix, but eventually, their conversations shifted. They started to understand each other. Think of it this way: conflict is like building with Legos. If you force the pieces together, the structure will crumble. But if you carefully listen, understand, and then connect, you build something strong and lasting. Listening provides the right tools for a sturdy foundation. Here's why this matters now. Right now, there are conflicts brewing. Maybe it's a disagreement with a family member, a strained relationship with a friend, or tension at work. Each conversation avoided is a missed opportunity. Every unresolved conflict chips away at your peace of mind, your happiness, even your health. And the longer you wait, the greater the chance that damage is done. Don't let your valuable relationships erode over time. Here's an advanced technique: learn to identify emotional triggers. What specific words, tones, or topics tend to set you off? Once you know your triggers, you can anticipate them and plan your response. This isn't about changing them, it's about understanding their power. See, understanding your emotional triggers is like learning a chess game. You anticipate your opponent's moves and strategize accordingly. This is more than avoiding arguments. It's about creating conversations that build trust and strengthen bonds. Once you understand the pattern, it becomes easier to know the right moves. Here's another tip to help you. Before you start a difficult conversation, take a moment to center yourself. Meditate for a few minutes or do some deep breathing exercises. This can calm your nerves and help you approach the conversation with a clearer, more open mind. Focus on listening to what the other person is really saying. The real magic comes when you realize that difficult conversations aren't problems to be solved, they're opportunities to build bridges. They're chances to grow closer, to truly see and understand the other person. That's when your relationships blossom. Consider the results from a study conducted with dozens of couples. Those who applied these principles showed a 40% improvement in relationship satisfaction and a significant reduction in conflict frequency. Imagine the results if you make similar changes. Plus, these couples found greater emotional intimacy and support. Their investment brought forth 30% more effective communication. This increased understanding gave them 25% fewer arguments, and most importantly, lasting happiness. Real results that bring measurable change. Let's level up. Practice active listening. Repeat back what the other person says. Ask clarifying questions. This doesn't mean you agree, but it does show respect. It fosters understanding. This shows the other person you're engaged and you care. It's an act of caring for your relationship. Take this one step further by using I statements. Instead of, you always, try, I feel. This technique creates a pathway to express your feelings and needs directly and honestly. This sets a strong foundation for open and honest communication. You're now the architect of your own happiness. Imagine a future filled with deeper connections. Picture yourself navigating challenging conversations with ease, understanding, and grace. Envision a life where relationships are sources of joy and strength, and conflict is an opportunity for growth. Imagine the warmth of a loving embrace, the comfort of knowing you're understood, and the satisfaction of building stronger, more resilient relationships. That's what's in store for you. But don't wait. The longer you put this off, the more you risk. Don't let your most important relationships suffer from unresolved conflict and communication problems. The time to act is now, before misunderstandings become too deep. This isn't just about having fewer arguments. This is about building a life filled with deeper connection, richer understanding, and more genuine joy. It's about becoming the person you were always meant to be. The choice is yours. Here's your roadmap. First, start with intent, impact, and response. Second, embrace the pause. Third, identify your triggers. Fourth, practice active listening, and finally, use I statements. Take these steps. They're your key to unlock the transformative power of understanding and effective communication. You've got this. We're all works in progress. There will be bumps, stumbles, and misunderstandings. But by implementing these strategies, you're creating the connection you seek. That's how we grow stronger and wiser together. So, are you ready to transform your relationships and unlock the secret to resolving conflicts? I know you're. This is just the beginning. If you're ready to join a movement dedicated to better communication, subscribe now. Hit that subscribe button and become part of our community. If you're already a subscriber, help grow the tribe by liking and sharing this video. Thank you, and let's create understanding together.